Welcome to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast, episode 29. I am one half of your host, Chris, the artist formerly known as Old School Picker. Along beside me is Caleb from the old past. We are just two old guys reselling in sheds in our backyard and content creators on YouTube. Just to be clear, content creators on YouTube. Introduce yourself, partner Caleb.
Hi, guys. I'm Caleb, the old paths, and I'm never going to give you up.
All right. So let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room, I guess.
Head on, son.
Oh, my goodness. The response. I tell you what, first off, I want to be a little bit serious here. The response I got on that video is unbelievable. Number one thing is it's my number one video, which I knew it would. I knew it would do good.
It's that thumbnail, man. That just drove everybody in.
Well, it's currently at the time of recording this podcast, it's currently, and we're talking about the last episode on the Old School Picker channel. It's currently at 1,500 views. It's number one by about 400 views.
You need to rephrase what you just said. You said the last episode on the channel. You need to say the latest episode on the channel.
No, it's the last episode on the channel right now.
Right now. That's
well,
better.
When this comes out, it'll still be the last episode because I know I'm not recording anytime soon for the Old School Picker channel.
That's not just a slogan. Never going to give you up.
I'm not giving up. I'm not going. Okay. When somebody please explain to me when in that video I said I was quitting YouTube.
You got to read between the lines.
Man, thank you guys though for this kind words. So many comments. You don't realize how big of an effect you have on people, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, I watch how my videos do. I see how many subscribers I have, but man, it was like going to my own funeral. That was kind of what it was like.
Oh,
all those kind words, and I was like, you know, why'd y'all wait till I was leaving before y'all said all those kind words? No, I'm kidding. You guys have always been great to me and my family, and thank you guys. But just to clarify, I'm not stopping YouTube. I'm not quitting YouTube. I quit the channel memberships for a time. Maybe permanently on that. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. But I don't know what the Old School Picker channel will be going forward. It might be the normal Old School Picker channel. I don't know. I just simply don't know. I simply don't know when I'll be back or how long it will be. I know I'm not going to be making videos in the month of November, though. But now that has to do with me just not being here. I'm leaving tomorrow for a week. So, and then when I get back, my church is going to be in revival for like 5 days. So time, man, time. You know all about it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I mean, while you're making videos or since you've been making videos, you know how short time seems to be and how much time that takes up.
I actually thought about making 2 1 week. I just didn't have the chance. Time. It, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
it's hard.
For a long time, I made 3 videos a week, and you know, for a long time I pulled it off, and I may go back to doing that. But one time, when I was first coming up and trying to build my channel, I made 21 videos in 21 days. I made a video a day for 21 straight days. And I think we just lost Caleb. I think he just froze up. Are you still there?
You're freezing.
Oh, I'm freezing. You're freezing. I think it's you.
Yeah, we're both freezing up here. Something going on.
Oh, boy. Come on, StreamYard. But, yeah, I made 21 videos in 21 straight days. And you want to talk about a grind. There's some people out there that has made like 365 videos in a year. So shout out to all those guys that do that because I don't know how you do it.
How do they have time for that?
Well, they usually have help.
Oh, didn't somebody said? No, I'm wrong. A lot of people have editors though, don't they? Doing it for them.
Yeah, and also wives. that help on with the reselling part. I mean,
that would be me.
I mean, I'm pretty much a one-man show as far as the reselling and the YouTube. So, you know, and speaking of reselling, I need to get back onto that struggle bus because, man, it's been tough here lately. So, that has nothing to do with the stopping the YouTube channel for a while. That has nothing to do with it. I know I'm going to get people that say that has everything to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. The month of November, I'm just not going to be here. I'm not going to be doing any. I mean, I'm not going to shut my store down, but you know, I'm not going to be listing anything either. So, only thing I'm going to now. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to do, and it comes at a bad time as far as the reselling because it's fourth quarter.
I don't know. It ain't mattering.
Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah.
Well, I can't say that. I had a really good October, but it all come at the first half. So
yeah, typically
really weird.
Yeah, typically my October is always slow. It's like people don't realize Christmas is coming until November 1st.
And then they're like, oh no, Christmas.
Yeah, oh no, Christmas. Oh yeah, I gotta buy my kids something for Christmas.
That still happens every year.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just taking a break from the OSP channel. Gonna come back. We are coming back soon. I promise you. Ooh, I hate to use the word promise. Okay,
well, you can for this. You can.
We're going to try to do at least one video on the Old School Picker channel in the month of November because we have a 800 sub celebration to celebrate.
Yep.
Alive. You ever been live on YouTube?
No.
No. That's going to be fun.
At the announcement for the
meetup. Yeah. Did we done that on OSP channel, didn't we? Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, we did. So be looking for that. We'll get that scheduled here in a few weeks, and by then we'll have 900 subs. Maybe. Hopefully. I was hoping when I said in my last video that if you get to miss me too bad, go over to the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast and subscribe. And I went and looked this morning. I was like, yeah, I bet we picked up 5 or 10. We picked up 0.
Nobody wants to watch you, man.
Nobody's missing me. So
not yet. Maybe we'll get them all at once when they don't.
Yeah, maybe I need to be gone for a week or two.
So speaking of meetup, you had a question in your comments. What does this mean? I don't remember exactly, but something like, is there going to be a meetup 2024? So explain to the people, and I know nothing's set, but explain to the people our plans tentatively, kind of.
You put that on me? Yeah. Okay. Well, it was my question, I guess, in my comments. Number one, the reselling meetup last year on the Highway 127 sale was not an Old School Picker event. It was a Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast event. So, saying all that, being gone from the Old School Picker channel, and by August, I will have done something on the Old School Picker channel. That's a year away. That shouldn't affect it. So
what you're saying is,
that changed nothing, is what I'm saying.
But as it stands, unless something changes, we are looking into having another one.
Well, ask your wife.
What am I asking her about? Food?
I mean, people's not going to come just to see us. We got to offer food, so I think a lot of that's going to be on her shoulders, not mine. I
know. Leroy and Tim.
Yeah.
Over the years in Blood, Sweat, and Sale, they'll be there, and Brandon and Becky, 540 Flips, because they all was like in love with the food.
Yeah.
Leroy and Tim was all fussing about whether to call it banana pudding or banana cream pie. Leroy apparently didn't know what banana pudding was.
Yeah, it's banana pudding.
It's banana pudding down here.
But plans right now are, in my opinion, is probably to have something.
Yeah, whether we just cook a hot dog or
I mean, whatever. If nothing else, it'll just be me and Caleb
hanging out.
Playing. I mean, there's talks of an event for next year for sure. I want to concentrate a lot on the podcast. So, if anything, I'm hoping the podcast improves or gets more attention, or I don't know, however you want to say it. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm kind of doubling down on the podcast. I mean, I was making just full transparency. I was making on YouTube over the last year anywhere between $500 and $750 on YouTube. So in order to make that, then we need to make about $1,500 here a month because I got to split it with Caleb. So how much did we make last month, Caleb?
0.
No.
Hey, we did get a super thanks. That's right.
We got a super thanks, so we made $7.
So
$7.
So we're just $1,493 away. We only need 150 people to do that. We'll be there.
Yeah. Shout out to all the people holding $7 from us. Actually, you have to send $10 for us to get 7. So that's how that works. So I'm joking, of course, but
goodness.
Yeah, no. Plans are to do something for the Highway 127. So yes. A lot of that will be determined later, though. I mean, that's a long ways away.
We got a quite a ways to go to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even start thinking about that kind of stuff till like March.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, wait till yard sale season gets here before I even start thinking about the 127.
I wasn't really thinking about it until I seen the comment, and I thought, we probably ought to at least let people know that, there's still plans to.
Well, I mean, just to be clear, again, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm not quitting the Old School Picker channel. I just don't know what it's going to look like in the future. It may go back to exactly the same type of content. I don't know. I mean, you can look back there. I've not even took my tags down yet. They're still on there. I've not even taken them down yet, but I've not been recording. So I will say this, though. Monday, when I come out here to ship and I didn't make a video, it was nice. It was nice just to come out here and just ship. Just ship.
Well, you need a break in the routine every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, well, some of it's burnout. Some of it is time, especially this month. This month's crazy. Some of it's just, I don't know. I said in the video, I've got some opportunities to do some other stuff. But now that's not coming up till next year, but I want to pursue those, and I need to be starting to get ready for that now. So actually 6 months ago, I needed to be, and I did start getting ready for that a little while back. And I did have a few comments in that video about asking about what that was. Well, there's specifically a reason why I didn't say it in the video. I didn't forget to say it. I didn't say it on purpose. I'm not ready to announce that yet. I'll say that. So, but I will.
You will be ready eventually.
I will announce it.
Yeah.
Unless I decide not to do it, and then it won't matter. But if I decide to do it, I will announce it.
Well, that sheds a lot of light on things.
Do what?
Well, that sheds a lot of light on things.
Well, I mean, when you're not ready to say, what do you say? Caleb knows. Caleb knows. So
Caleb knows. Yeah.
Caleb knows. Eric OBX Picker knows.
Now I'm going to get messages. What's Chris doing?
Sorry. Rocky Top Pickers on the phone right now, blowing it up. What is it? What is it? Well, the thing is, if it gets out, I know who it came from. It came from Caleb or Eric. So I can't whoop neither one of them. So what's it matter?
Or Shannon, she probably knows. So there you go.
Shannon, yeah, she does. But
so there's 3 sources. So you can't just blame me. I'm gonna blame Eric if it gets out.
I can't whoop him. So not too many people I know could whoop Eric.
No, you'd have to be a brute, man.
He's a big boy. Big boy. Speaking of Eric, do we want to announce that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Episode 30. We always try to have a special guest every 5 episodes. Eric OBX Picker from the Reseller Information Network will be our special guest for episode 30. Make sure you watch that video. We've actually already recorded that video. It's not only our longest video, but it's as far as reselling information, It's probably our best one because
if you want to learn anything, Eric does all the teaching though, right?
Well, yes.
Yes.
I mean, it comes nothing from me and Caleb, nothing. But
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing around in here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay warm in here right now.
Me too.
It is cold. What about this Tennessee weather? Well, it's November now, but barely.
Was it? I think it was like 29 this morning.
Yeah, I got up, I didn't get up till like 8:30 this morning, and it was 30 degrees. So yeah, if your phone said 29, that's probably right on.
Yeah, I got up at, I guess it's about 7:45, and I didn't walk outside right then, but when I walked out, I was like, well,
yeah,
it's definitely coat weather.
Well, I know at 8:30 there was still frost on my windshield of my car.
Wow.
Yeah, so
you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Because it's here.
I'm not ready for that, honestly. I don't mind cold weather, but I don't like cold weather in October or November,
Like a month before it's supposed to be here.
A week before Christmas. Okay, I get it, but it's a little early.
It is.
And but I think it's supposed to warm back up tomorrow. So
well, crazy Tennessee weather. It'll probably be in the 70s in a couple of weeks, and then we'll probably get snow, and then it'll be sunny again the day after that. So
well,
I hope people understand we're not joking about that. That's real.
Well, especially where we live too, because we live in the mountains. We don't live in the valley. We live in the mountains. So it is different.
Very.
The old saying is, if you don't like the weather, stick around, because tomorrow will be totally different. So, and that's the truth. But it has turned cold. I got in here in the shop this morning, and I think it was like 35 degrees in here.
Shoo-wee, man.
I was like, geez, I got to turn these heater on. I got to invest in another kind of heater. I've got that one. You can see. Yeah, I know. I should have went that direction when I first done the shed.
I looked on Amazon yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They still have them for like $700, $800, and all you'd really have to do to fix it is dedicate a spot in your shed, front or back, and cut you a little access panel, which you've got paneling, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could just pop one piece off, fix it, and put it back. Because my lines run up in my wall up to it. It's really not. I mean, I put it in myself.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it. It's just
not too awful hard.
It just sounds like a project.
It's a project, but it feels good right now. It's blowing right on me.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I've got it 60 degrees in here now, 65. I mean, it's fine.
Well,
this morning, do you leave yours on all night?
No.
Oh, I got one.
It is in here.
Yeah.
See that? That's
I got one of those somewhere.
72.
That's warm. I like 65.
Well, it's not. It says 72, but I think it's more like probably 68, 69 in here.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's perfect. 68.
Yeah, 65 to 70. That's about right.
Yeah.
If you're working. I'm one of those, though. I would rather wear a sweatshirt and be comfortable than wear a t-shirt and be comfortable. I love hoodies.
Oh,
I love hoodies, man.
I mean, I don't dislike them, but I'd rather run around in a t-shirt all the time.
I've got my toboggan on now for any of the audio listeners, and I love wearing toboggans.
Well,
I wear them every chance I get.
It's like seeing CM Punk in a toboggan. I mean,
how was your Halloween?
I didn't do anything. We drove around last night, some of the little subdivisions to see people out
dressed up.
We got a pizza and drove around, and we was just watching people. Like it was pretty cool seeing some of the costumes.
My little community I live in, they have a trunk or treat inside thing during Halloween. So we always take Kobe over there. He dressed up in camouflage. He looked like G.I. Joe.
I seen that. I thought maybe he was G.I. Joe or something.
Yeah, that's what I was calling him.
He have a good time?
He did, which, I mean, we wasn't over there. I don't know. We was going from home because he don't care nothing about the door-to-door stuff and all that. So we just go over there, take him in there, which he got like half a bag of candy, I mean, there's probably 30 people handing out candy there, and everybody's all dressed up, and he had a good time.
Wow, Cool.
And we was gone from home for maybe an hour, so maybe a little less actually, probably about 45 minutes. So, nice little easy trip for him, and he enjoyed it and laughed and smiled, and which he's not even a real big candy eater anyways. So.
Oh, really? So Dad's gonna probably eat most of that.
Oh yeah. Dad, I love candy, man. I love hard candy.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I could.
Are you one of those at church have to have a pocket full of hard candy?
No,
what you preach. So
it's hard to be up there like.
Yeah, it's distracting when you're up there. But man, I gotta have hard candy at church.
I mean, I would.
Yeah,
probably. I used
I'll
to read Tanya's pocketbook all the time. Like, what you got in there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Forget to put it in there, and you look for it, and all it is wrappers.
Yeah.
I never was a gum chewer in church. But
not really.
My mom didn't let me when I was a kid.
Growing up, I don't remember. I don't think I ever had anything like that in church growing up.
Yeah,
like candy she might have had some peppermint or something in her purse.
Yeah,
if you get a scratchy throat.
Yeah,
not just to be sitting there chewing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a Jolly Rancher guy.
Oh, Jolly Ranchers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've got a story about Jolly Ranchers.
I tell you too, though, I'm getting old because I like old people candy. What I call old people candy, like Werther's, the little cinnamon things, the butterscotch. I love that stuff. Old people candy is what I call
it. Yep. My grandpa, that was his calling card. I think we've talked about that before. In the pouch of his overall he gave it to everybody. Doctor's office, Walmart, Food City, it didn't matter. He was handing out. If he talked to somebody, he'd reach in and get them a piece of candy.
Yeah.
And I used to love it. Back in the day, they don't make them this way anymore, but you used to be able to take the wrapper and peel the foil off the back.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd sit there and play with them all the time.
Thought you was magic or something.
Yeah. Them things were fun.
Yeah. Oh
my goodness.
Did you tear up during my video last night?
Did I what?
Tear up.
The whole time, tears was flowing. My face broke out in a rash because of all the tears.
I thought I was going to when I filmed it.
I could tell you was a little emotional.
Man, when I got to talking about Kathy, man, all she's done for me, I was like, because I knew she was going to take it hard. I'll be back, Kathy. I will be back.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's sent you a lot of money. A lot of money.
Yeah, a lot.
And I mean, that's huge.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be full transparent here. When we was watching it last night, when Shannon was watching it, and I got to showing those pictures at the end with the B-roll and the music and dedicated to my dad, and then showing all those pictures of me and Shannon, and I looked over, she was tearing up.
Really?
Oh yeah, which of course made me tear up.
That messes you all up when you see that.
Oh, I can't stand to see my wife cry. When she cries, I cry. It don't matter. She could stub her toe. If she's crying, I'm crying.
Oh, goodness.
So it did, man. I made it through the filming without crying. I made it through the editing without crying. But when I watched it over and I looked over there during that B-roll and she was tearing up, I just started crying. I was like, golly, it's like watching your own funeral. That's what I was thinking.
Wow.
But I made it through it, and we're on the other side. So, how long? What's your guess? How long will I be gone? When will my next pre-recorded video be?
First of the year.
First of the year. Yeah, that might be about accurate. I'd like to take December off.
That's my guess. That way you get through all the holidays.
Yeah.
Get settled back in. Everything, your shop slows down a little bit. Life kind of calms down after Christmas for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing maybe like the second week of the year, something like that.
Okay.
After New Year's, after everything.
All right. Leave it in the comments down below. Everybody's guesses. How long is it going to be before OSP puts out a pre-recorded, because we're going to do it live over there to celebrate 800 subs. Hopefully we're celebrating 900 subs.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that.
In there to sub, we can celebrate 1,000 by the end of it. Probably not.
That is a possibility. If we've got 900 going, here's the thing. If we've got 900 subs going into that live, because I'm thinking that live's going to be at the probably 1st of December is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If we've got 900 subs, I need a commitment out of you right here, Caleb, right here on the air, live on the air.
Oh boy.
If we've got 900 subs going into that live, we stay live until we hit 1,000.
Ain't no way.
Have you ever
seen life that long?
Have you ever seen those people that go to the top of these billboards and they do these where they stay on the top of the billboard? Usually it's like radio DJs or something. They're protesting something and they'll stay up there until something happens. They'll be up there for months sometimes.
Oh my, no, I've never seen that.
Come on, let's commit. We stay live.
I would do it if we had like 975. I'm not waiting on 100 subscribers. We could be there for a week.
we'd be making troll accounts on Google so we could subscribe.
You hear clickety clickety click 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 click. We just got 50 more.
Give me another email.
Oh wow!
3 Old Guys Podcast. That's an
4,
email.
5, 6, 7.
Oh man!
Wow.
But yeah, okay. So we won't commit to that. But yeah, I think it's possible we could pick up quite a few from, and that's why we want to do it on the Old School Picker channel, is because we would reach more people. We think.
We hope.
And hopefully some of those people will come over here and sub, because we're needing what, 283, 93 right now? 293. No, 193. 193.
193, yeah.
193 people need to sub. So if you're listening to this any other way other than YouTube and you've not subscribed, if you've not subscribed on YouTube and you're listening to it, man, what are you waiting for? Help us out.
Yeah.
That's something else you need to do. I've been noticing that on your channel. You need to push that subscribe button. You're getting way more views than you got subscribers. You need to be telling them.
I do on this. I don't know if it's the next one.
So you got several.
I got one out of order. I messed myself up.
Yeah.
I think I've got 5 almost ready. 4 is ready to drop tomorrow.
Is it dropping right after this podcast?
Yeah. Same as. And then I think episode 6, I'm just calling it episode 6. My brain is set on this podcast, right? I don't call them that, but in my mind, the 6th video,
right.
I edited it before I did the 5th, so I got to go back. I'll have 2 ready at once. I could drop 2 in that week, but I think I'll wait on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to have those in the bank too, just like Draft Bank for eBay. It's nice to have those. So episode 4 coming out at 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central.
Yes, sir.
Right after this podcast.
Yes, sir.
The Old Pass. Everybody go check it out. So, man, episode 3, once again, done pretty darn good.
It's hovering right at the 800 mark now.
Wow. That's nuts.
When they watch next week's episode, they're going to hear it's hovering around 700. But of course, we recorded out of order. But yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe it, man. Well,
let's just go over. Oh, I noticed you put out a short too. 81 views.
Yeah, it's no good. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Let's just go over this. So your first episode, 663, according to my count here. Your second show, 610. Yep. And your good job on the thumbnail, by the way, for your third one. I love that. 784 views, man.
Yeah. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know. I really honestly thought this will be the one that bombs, right? That's what was on my mind.
And it's your best one.
And when it started out, it was bombing. Like I had like 20 views the first hour. I thought, yep, I'm right. This one's the one that slows down.
Well, I think you nailed the thumbnail. See what I did? But also the title, man. The one thing that all resellers do not like. That's catchy, man.
And it's correct.
Yeah, I mean,
not even clickbait. It's correct.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a fine line between clickbait and not clickbait. That's why I put not clickbait on my title last night in my video. You have to make it a little clickbaity. I mean, the definition of clickbait is something people want to, bait that people want to click on, right?
Yeah.
Well, you make videos for people to click on. You make videos for people to watch, right? So it's got to have a little clickbait title to make people want to click on it. But then as long as you deliver in some form or fashion of what that clickbait actually is, then technically it's not clickbait to me. So,
right.
So, if I'd put my title of my video, I'm quitting YouTube, and then I go on there and just talk about what I sold this past week and talk nothing about quitting YouTube, then that's clickbait, right?
Very much so.
So, which is against technically against YouTube's terms of service, by the way. But, you want to make it somewhat clickbaity, but you got to deliver on that too. And you've been doing a great job. And 700. I wish I knew how many videos I had to put out before I got 784 views. Because let me just tell you, it was a bunch. It was a bunch. So congrats, man. That's awesome.
Well, I don't take it lightly. I'll just say that.
No, I know. I mean, I think everybody knows you're humble about it, but it's still quite the accomplishment.
I'm amazed with the people.
Well, what does the family? We've not talked about this in a while. What's the family thinking?
That I'm crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, Shannon, she thought I was crazy for a long time, so she still thinks I'm crazy. But about the YouTube thing, she thought I was crazy.
I mean, Tanya's very supportive.
Yeah,
and she is the camera woman. She's doing a great job.
Yeah,
I'm gonna open my shades a little bit, get a little bit of light.
Mm-hmm. Shine the light on the subject.
Oh, that's a little better, ain't it?
Yeah, that's good.
But I mean, she's very supportive. She's helping me a lot. And the kids, I've tried to get them. We actually tried to get them to come up here and pull orders.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you don't have to talk. My next video has to do with organization, right?
Yeah.
I said, you don't have to talk. Just pull the orders. I'll talk. And this shows that being organized, anybody could come in here and do it, right?
Right.
And offered them $20, and they still wouldn't come in here. Yeah,
wow. Jeez.
They're like shy.
Yeah, let them kids starve for a couple of meals.
Yeah. Then they would probably come here.
I actually made a video similar to that one time when Kevin was up here, Kevin Commonwealth Picker,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him to pull my orders, and he did. I mean, it took a little bit because you got to figure out where the bins actually are. Yeah, bin systems, if you're not using it, man, I don't know. You got a better memory than I do if you're not using it, because I like it. I like the bin system. I like the SKU system.
I do too.
The bins, you can just, I mean, my back shelves back there are not in bins because most of that stuff's bigger stuff.
Yeah.
But most of my items are in bins or boxes, and you can just put more in bins and boxes than you can by putting it on shelves.
I totally subscribe to that idea.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share, this is a sneak preview, about an hour ahead of this episode.
Yeah.
The thumbnail, y'all get to see the thumbnail, y'all on YouTube anyway.
Oh.
Get to see it early.
Ooh.
Here it is. There it is.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I like it. Time to get organized. I like that font too. That black and green font. Time to get organized. Yeah, that's good, because I mean that is a problem that or that's not necessarily a problem, but something every eBayer or reseller deals with. You have to be organized. You have.
Well, it's I talk about it in the video, and I kind of relate it to this. What I say is something like organization for Chris, the old school picker, and organization for Caleb, the old pass, is going to be two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's going to come in and have straight line totes and, everything just, I'm so neat, freaky. Like I can't handle, if my boxes get pushed out of the row, I'm pushing them back in. I am so just neat freak on that stuff.
Are you diagnosed with that, neat freaky?
I guess. I don't know if it's a real thing or not, but
we made it.
But it's just, to me, I need a good, clean, organized space. I would get so disheartened if I walked in and there was stuff everywhere. Now, some people prefer to have totes lined up down the wall, right?
Yeah.
That's the way they want to work. And if that works, by all means do that. But
I'll tell you,
I like to be able to grab it and go.
I'll tell you my biggest problem with organization is as organized, and I'm not as organized as Caleb, but I think I'm organized more than most. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest problem with organization is my death pile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my death pile is consumed of a lot of those black and yellow tubs.
Yep.
Probably 50 of them or something. I don't even know. But inside that tub, you pop the lid open and it might have 100 different categories in it.
Yep.
And I wish I had the time to, this tote has this in it. This tote has this in it. That
well, you talk about time. Whew.
That would take a ton of time. So I'm assuming yours is not that way either.
No, I don't take it that far. If it's in a tote in my death pile, it has not been done anything with at all. So I will pull.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It would just be extra time and extra steps to.
Yeah. And I mean, oh gosh, I just broke my elbow, but there's no monetary value in that for me. Like if I spend 8 hours going through all my totes and just getting it all, it didn't make me any more money.
Right.
Now, if I straighten up my shelves and I can get twice as much inventory on them shelves as before, that actually does make me money because I can buy more stuff, list more stuff, so on and so forth. So that's the way I look at it. Like, how do I make this pay off and pay out to the max? And I was talking to Tanya the other day, and I had never even gave this a thought. And this is not an announcement by any means, but I said, if we had to, we could get a little shed, like a 12 a third shed, like a 12 by 16.
Shed City's growing, guys.
Shed City, but like a 12 by 16, and just put it somewhere in our yard, and that would be our personal shed, right? Like for tools and keepsakes and whatever.
Yeah.
I said, and then we could actually, because the second shed is wired already.
Right.
I said we could insulate it, throw up some wall boards, run one electrical wire from this shed to that shed, and it would be totally ready to go. It wouldn't take that much.
Mm-mm.
And, the way I've got it set up right now, I've got like 10 racks in it, but I would change that to be like 12 racks ish, and right in the middle would be an 8-foot workspace with a TV, with a computer, with just like this here.
Mm-hmm.
Picture that workspace, and then on the sides there would be racks down the sides. And when I was talking to her about it, I figured up I could actually take the box rack here, take 2 racks out of this, scoot those boxes back, and make this space much easier to work in, and still grow by like 12 racks if I moved and made an expansion. And you could go up there and work and come out here and work. And then when you're pulling orders, the only real bad negative I see is, say you sold 10 things today. Well, this is in shed 1, rack 1. That's in shed 2, rack 1. Now you got to walk up there and, you know what I'm saying? It's more work, but
I don't want to tell you who you're starting to sound like.
Please don't call me Kevin. Please don't.
Oh my goodness. You'll be naming them Commonwealth Cabin and
it ain't gonna be the Supply Hut, I'll just tell you that. I'd name it the American Bubble Boy Hut if Joel wants to sponsor it.
We're gonna talk about American Bubble Boy.
My go-to hut is what I'd name my go-to shed. I
like that actually. I wish it was my go-to sponsored two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. Joel,
hey, if
you're listening, brother, we're cheap, and I'm poor. I'm YouTube poor right now. So
hey, if he keep us supplied in bubbles and tape, I'd do it for that.
Hey, speak for yourself. I want cash. I want money, brother. I've got to hook up on brown paper. I don't need much bubble wrap.
Oh my gosh! Hey, you better hope you do. I got to start that back. I'm getting low.
Oh, I know where some brown paper's at if yours don't come through.
Yeah,
I used to get it when I lived in my other town at their newspaper. Yeah, I used to get it all there all the time too. I used to get boxes of old newspaper there too.
Really?
Yeah, newspaper that they just didn't sell. I mean, it was printed on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it come in a box, folded up and everything, which I would much rather have it on the roll like that. It's easier.
Do you like this stuff better? Because I love it compared to the thicker stuff. The thicker stuff's much harder to bend up and work.
I mean, you have to use more, but
you do. But boy,
sometimes,
yeah.
Little items that you're just trying to keep from moving around in the box.
It's perfect.
Not really breakable, like DVDs and stuff.
Yep.
A lot of times I just put them in bubble mailers, of course, but if it's like 2 or 3 DVDs, throw a little of that paper in there.
Yep.
Keep them from moving around. And
hey, that reminds me, I found a DVD the other day. I may have told you about this. I can't remember week to week what we talk about, but I found an anime DVD. Did I tell you about that?
I think that was your sale of the week next week. Was it? No.
Was it? No, it ain't sold yet. Has it sold?
I don't know.
No, it ain't sold yet. I don't know.
I just work here.
Yeah, recording out of order kind of mess you up a little bit.
Oh, I know. I did think about it too, that on episode 30, we read the comments from episode 28.
Yeah, I did too. And
I was like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it now. But for those listening, we recorded episode 30 before we recorded episode 29.
Yeah,
that's what we're talking
about. It ain't sold yet.
Oh, okay.
It's an anime DVD. It's called Summer Wars.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is. But anyway, I gave 50 cents for it and it listed out for $40. I was like, hey, now I knew
You're
before
welcome.
I knew about them before you said it, but it's good to hear you found one and sold one because it piques your memory. Like, hey, remember, look out for anime DVDs. And they're not all.
I see anime DVDs. If they're cheap, I'm just buying them. If they're cheap, I'm just buying them because they're always going to be worth $5-10.
Yeah.
But they can be worth, I've sold some for $70, $80, $100 before.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be like stupid money. So
I got WrestleMania 3 DVD. Hogan slamming Andre.
Something I did do the other day, because I am getting ready to be going on vacation for a while. All that, going to be gone a lot in November. I did empty out my draft bank.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just dropped it all.
Oh, my.
So I have nothing in my draft bank. I mean, I might as well because I'm not going to be here.
How many was it that you dropped?
Well, yesterday was the last day of my scheduled listings.
Mm-hmm.
So that was ended that. And then I still had like 100 and something.
Have you noticed any increase yet?
I ain't got no sales, bro.
Really?
No, my sales have been horrible, man. Horrible.
I'm not saying mine were great or anything, but
no, yours have been great compared to mine. Mine have been horrible. I've been averaging about $50 a day.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's just been bad. But I've not been working on it actively, and I just put mine on vacation mode, so it's not going to get any better.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
you need a sympathy sale. I may have to come buy a $5 item out of your store.
Well, just keep in mind, if you buy something, it's not going to be shipped for like 2 weeks.
Like 2 weeks.
So don't be in a hurry for it. Actually, if you buy it right now, I can ship it because I've not went to the post office today. So that's why I got to go right after this. But then I'm done.
Funny.
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Don't you do it.
I'm not doing anything.
Get out of my store. I'm going to go in here and block you.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to go in here and block you. Oh, man.
You block me.
Yeah, I did empty out my draft bank. I did empty out my draft bank. I was like, you know what? When I do get back I plan on taking November off. I know that's the worst month you can take off. I know it don't make no sense. But it's just how everything worked out. Our 25th wedding anniversary was this year, back in June. We didn't get to do anything during it because we had stuff going on that month too. So we put it off till this month. It is what it is. It's okay. It's fourth quarter, but I hate it. But I can't do nothing about it. So
you gotta let life.
My fourth quarter is just going to stink. That's all I know to say. But
you gotta let life be life, man.
I mean, if you're going to go in there and buy something at least $100. Make it worth my time. Oh, so no.
Going that high.
No, we got any comments of the week or anything?
Ooh, yeah. I'm over here checking out your store right now.
I know. Quit. Get out of my store.
Hey, I could buy that Rat King.
Oh yeah, I just
put him right up here on this shelf over here.
Yeah, he may have been one you gave me. I don't know.
Oh, it may have been. That would be fun.
I feel like you did give me one not too long ago.
Hey, look at this. I got these the other day.
Oh, that's cool.
Signed by Mr. Goldberg.
Yeah, you guys COA with that thing?
No. It was like at a, when you go to a meet and greet.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
Pictures that tell you.
You think that's a real signature?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Sharpie. It's definitely real.
What do you guys think? Listening on or watching on YouTube, what do you think?
Is that one's bled off. See right there?
Yeah, and they're not the same, are they? Exactly.
Not exactly. Not exactly, but they're real.
Yeah. You think I could take him?
Now you could probably. He's a wimp now. Have you seen him wrestle like in the last 5 years? He about killed the Undertaker. He dropped him right on his head.
He did kill Bret Hart.
But he did. Bret Hart is like walking around crippled because of him.
Yeah, man. Bret Hart is so bitter about that too.
He's been bitter for 20 years over that.
He was always bitter. I never liked Bret Hart. I just never did.
That's where we fall out right now. Right.
Well, he was great in the ring. I'll give you that. He was absolute great in the ring, but he was horrible on the mic. Let's just be honest.
Horrible. He was more realistic. Like he wasn't over the
boring,
top.
Dude. He was boring.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Oh, here we go.
A lot of people they know who he is, but they don't know the potential. Owen Hart could have totally outshined Bret Hart given the right chances. You agree or disagree? Agree,
because he had what he had? He had a personality.
And he had just as much in-ring ability, if not more.
Close.
He was, go back and watch some of his Japan stuff when he's young. Dude was unreal. He was way ahead of his time.
He wasn't the what do you call it? The mat technician.
But he could be.
Bret was.
Some of his Japan stuff.
But now he did have probably a bigger moveset because he did jump off the ropes and that.
He had the high flying stuff built in too. Bret really didn't do all that.
Well, all but that last high flying act.
Yeah. Oh. That wasn't really a good comment.
That was a bad joke.
That was bad.
I'm pretty sure his family's not listening.
No, I hope not.
Would your family have let you jump off that?
You wouldn't have to worry about my family. I wouldn't have done it. Ain't no way.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah,
kind of like when the Big Show. You remember when the Big Show and when he was the Giant in WCW?
Mm-hmm.
Him and Hogan had a monster truck battle. You remember that?
Yeah.
Back in 95 or 6, I can't remember.
4.
And they were on top of a building fighting, and you see the Big Show, the Giant, whatever, he pushes him off.
Mm-hmm.
He actually did fall off that building onto a parachute bag, deal, 30 feet. And I read somewhere that he said, back then that sounded so cool. He was all for it. He said, if you ask me to do that now, he'd be like, heck no, you get out of here. I ain't doing that. Because he's 50 something years old now and he knows how bad it would hurt to land. But funny story about that too. It was really cold. They were in some like North Dakota or somewhere. I can't remember. And they were wearing these flame resistant suits because of the high octane gasoline in the monster trucks.
Yeah.
And he didn't attach his at the feet, like zip them up like you're supposed to. So him and Hogan, neither one zipped them up, right?
Yeah.
And he said all the cold swept into that suit, and they were in an insulated cold suit. He said they both about froze to death because they didn't zip them up right.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, though, 7 foot tall, 500 pounds freezing to death out there?
Yeah. You asked me last week who would be Sting's last opponent. I thought about it.
Yeah.
Darby Allin.
It probably will be.
Yeah.
It probably will because they've been running together. So
yeah, and I know how much Sting. I talked to him the other day. He called me.
Did
how much. Yeah. No. He. But I've heard him talk about how much he respects Darby Allin.
Well, he's one of those unselfish guys that would absolutely pass the torch.
So
he is. I think he's the real deal.
Yeah.
But I think it probably should be him. And again, I'm not up on the current stuff. I just know who he is, and I know they've been running together and all that. But I definitely think that's the way to go. But now, is it the way it will go? You know, it'll probably be a tag match of some sort.
No.
I don't know. Sting hasn't had a singles match in years, has he?
Well, I talked to him the other day, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you got the insight on this. I did see Ric Flair came back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear your best woo. I can't do them.
Woo!
Woo! I'm like Nathaniel. I don't know if you've ever heard. Oh, no. Oh, no. I know what's about to happen. Go ahead. Yeah, that was great.
I love that stuff.
Have you been in Nathaniel Lucky 7 Auctions coin shows and heard him do the whoop whoop?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty
He
good.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah,
Ashley's over there doing it, and he goes, whoop whoop.
It sounds like a big ring.
It sounds like a train rolling down the track.
Yeah. No, that's one thing I do want to concentrate on, though, once I get back and get settled. Man, if you're not following me on Whatnot, follow me, because I'm getting ready to, what do you want to call it? Reselling blowout.
Gonna load the cannon, huh?
I'm going to load it up, buddy. And it's going to be some listings from eBay, and it's also going to be some death pile items. I'm thinking about doing some specialized auctions, not just like mix, but like do craft, because Lord knows I've got plenty of crafts. So do a craft auction. I've got hundreds of hats. I could do many craft shows. I could do many hat shows. I could do a lot of toy shows and do specific shows, hoping to get that specific audience, not only to get more money, but to also maybe get more people.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm thinking moving forward. Now, saying all that, because I've not done a show in a long time, the first show will probably just be a mix to try to get some audience back. But and what I'm thinking too is doing a show right after one of our podcasts, because I don't have an OSP channel no more, according to YouTube community. So I don't have any way to publicize it other than this. Can I come over and publicize it on your channel?
Sure. You won't get.
Who would have thought 6 months ago you would be making YouTube videos and I wouldn't be?
Not me. I would have probably not started.
So now are you the YouTube diva?
No.
Yes. No. Caleb is the new YouTube diva, and I almost put under my name, instead of the artist formerly known as OSP, I almost put starving YouTube artist.
I mean, that would technically be me. You make money off of it at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I bet you December I don't make much money on it. Oh, me. Yeah. A lot of thought and prayer went into that decision, though. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah. I know it did.
So it'll be all right.
I will admit this.
Okay.
YouTube's a whole lot more fun. Making the videos a whole lot more fun than I thought it would be.
Yes.
I figured I would hit that edit stuff and be like, oh, you know.
No, it's fun. Because I like the thoughts of taking something that I just recorded, and as good or as bad as it is, putting it together, because you can do so much through editing. You can think, oh man, that was really bad, but then you can edit it, makes it pretty good. But you can take all of that. I mean, it's like cooking. You take all these what do you call that?
Ingredients.
That's a fancy word. You take all these ingredients and put them together, and you make something good, right?
Yep.
And that's kind of YouTube for me.
Like flour and eggs. And is there milk?
Sure.
And biscuits?
Yes.
Any one of those just by themselves, not all that great. You know, just a raw egg or flour or whatever. Put it all together and make a biscuit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you make a biscuit. I may have just ruined that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can cook eggs.
Well, typically I open the can.
Yeah, that's the way a lot of people do it.
Lay them out in the pan, turn the oven on, and there they are.
Tanya made some biscuits one time with cheddar inside.
Oh, yeah.
And me being this simple country boy that I am, I said, how did you get the cheese in there? She said, I told it. I said, come here, cheese, get inside. I'm like, come on.
You're a little cheesy.
Y'all would love Tanya. She treats me so good.
Oh, yeah. I get that. I get that.
No, she's funny. She's witty, too. I can't ever.
Yeah.
Never get her.
Yeah. Are you the one picking on her, or she pick on you more?
Well, I try.
Yeah.
But that don't work usually.
Oh, no. I pick on Shannon 1,000 times more than she picks on me. Can you imagine?
I can see that.
Do you feel her pain from time to time?
Yeah.
I just like to aggravate. If I'm not joking around with you, it probably means I don't like you. So you should feel loved.
Mm-hmm. I do.
All right. Comment of the week.
Okay, I got one.
Oh, okay.
Since I took the other one I was going to use last week, I found this one on the way through, and I was like, hey, I like this.
Okay.
It's simple, it's quick. It's the Turkey Ford Wolfman.
That's Wolfman Goodies.
Wolfman Goodies. He said, you're awesome, Hank Hill.
Yeah.
And I say to that, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You almost sound like Elvis a little bit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You ever seen the Elvis movie? We talked about that. Did you ever go back and watch it? Man, you got to watch that movie. Golly, it's so good.
You know how many movies I've watched since last time?
Probably zero.
Zero.
Did you ever watch Mario?
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
I liked it.
Yeah, that's good.
It wasn't what I thought it would be. I'll say that. It was a little bit different than what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But we grew up with the one-dimensional
8-bit
side view games.
Well, I mean, I hope you didn't think they was going to make a video like that.
No, I didn't. But it gets ingrained in your mind.
Yeah.
But then, when Mario 64 came out for Nintendo 64, that blew me away. It's like, you can move around and go in different ways. That was crazy. I still, from time to time, the kids have some DSs, and I will still play Mario 64 on the DS from time to time.
Yeah.
Not very often, but I will. Just because it was so much fun. But I was a Mario nerd, obviously.
Mario.
Up here and
I was always more of a Zelda guy. One of my favorite games ever was the original Legend of Zelda on the original Nintendo. The
original Zelda was probably the best, but I just never did. I never understood the whole role-playing type genre. That wasn't for me. I broke in on, I remember when I was like, 14, 15, 13, 14. I don't know how old I was, honestly. I was
50 years ago.
Huh?
50 years ago.
50 years ago. PlayStation come out, the original PlayStation, right? Yeah. And my friend said, hey, we can go up to the rental place and you can rent a PlayStation for $30 for all weekend. I'm like, you got $30? Because I ain't got $30.
Yeah.
And we ended up finally renting it, and we rented Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil, where you kill zombies and all that. Man, I was hooked so much. I ended up buying the PlayStation and buying that game just from that one experience.
Yeah.
And I played that game. I beat that game like 15 times. Then I got 2, then I got 3, and then I lost track after that.
What's an original PlayStation sell for? Because I got like 4 of them.
Like $35 or something.
I got like 4 of them sitting down here below me that need tested.
I'll give you $1 a piece.
I'll take $10 a piece.
Dang, man.
$40 into 120?
Let's see. 35, 70, 120.
140. 40 into 140. That's $100.
I usually spend about 10%, so that would be $14 I can give you. Huh?
Watch me on Whatnot. You might get one for $14.
Put them on there. I'll pre-bid $4 each.
All right. Comment of the week. I got one too.
Yeah.
Bama Dad 9927. I have actually met Bama Dad before.
Oh.
I didn't know y'all were slow talkers. I thought y'all talked normal. I thought everyone else was just fast talkers.
Like the
Troll, sour, bright crawlers are my weakness. I always eat the whole bag, no matter the size. I know I'm late, and I hate to even read this part, but he said, roll tide.
Yeah, we'll forgive you.
We'll forgive you, Bama Dad, just because I know you and like you.
We deserve to lose that game.
We deserve, man. The play calling on that Tennessee-Alabama game, we came out with like this high-powered offense the first quarter and a half. Mm-hmm. We get up, 21-7, 20-7?
Something like that.
And I don't know. We go back into Johnny Major's ball where we run the ball up the middle and throw 4-yard passes the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. Even though they stopped it every time, we didn't make any adjustments, and we just kept doing the same old thing over and over and over again. And it ended up, 35-21, something like that. I don't think we scored again, did we?
I don't think so.
So just absolutely. I love our coach, but good grief. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're going to have to make some adjustments somewhere. But, they've become a first-half team.
Yep.
And that second half, they're losing.
He's not very good at making second-half adjustments. Mm-mm. He's not. I love him.
It may be. Maybe it's his offensive coordinator. Maybe it's something else.
You know what? You're the boss.
Yep.
Get another one.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how many of our listeners know anything much about college football, but Tennessee football program, money's not an issue. Money's not an issue. They can throw as much money as any college in the United States at coaches. Mm-hmm. As much, if not more, than 99%. Money's not an issue.
They got that Nico player, that boy Nico. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to say his last name. But
that's crazy.
He was offered a deal at Georgia and Alabama, and he chose Tennessee. Now, what does that tell you? There's potential there, but we better live up to it.
Yeah.
Because a player like him, he'll end up transferring.
Well, everybody was blaming Milton, our quarterback, and wanting Nico to come in there, and I was like, it ain't that. It's the play calling. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you got to run the play that's called, and so that had nothing to do. I thought Milton played fine. I didn't think it was on him for sure. Oh, I got to talk about this. I almost forgot. I got a care package from my reseller, Jeannie. Bet you didn't get one.
That was a sympathy package for your funeral video.
No, I got this like 2 weeks ago. It says, celebrate Small Business Saturday with us. A 5-day giveaway event on Small Business Saturday starting November 25th from 12 to 4 and ending November 29th from 4 Eastern. And it's got a QR code, so I'm going to put it up there. You guys can scan it. Special shout out to my reseller, Jeannie. Link in the description below. Please use my link. I need some money. And sent me a nice little card. I want to read the card. A lot of people got these care packages, so I'm not anything special. But, well, I am special. Everybody didn't get one.
I didn't get one.
Caleb didn't get one. Mm-hmm. And he said, handwritten, by the way. Chris, thank you for being part of our journey. Enjoy some of our newest products and something a bit off the beaten path from upstate New York. Signed, Jewel. So I want to show everybody what he sent me. So shout out Joel and American Bubble Boy. Man.
Oh, I thought you said it was my reseller, Jeannie.
Oh, I may have. Okay. American Bubble Boy, my bad.
Okay.
Sent me a bag of the coffee.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. We've actually had this coffee before. It's actually good. If you're a coffee drinker. I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but my wife loves it. Sent me a bag of the coffee.
That's cool.
That's cool, huh? Sent me some all right. It's not got alcohol in it, guys. Not got alcohol. But Ben and Judy's barrel-aged maple syrup. Bourbon maple syrup.
Huh. I bet that's good.
I bet it is. I bet I find out. I bet it's going on vacation with me.
Uh-oh.
All right. It gets better. Huh? A brand new. What? My go-to tape dispenser. My go-to tape dispenser.
That's not fair.
Huh?
That's not fair.
Some of these Instapacks.
Oh, I like them.
Oh, them are nice, man.
I can never afford them, but I like them.
Yeah, they're a little expensive, but
you got to be a corporation to buy that stuff.
Yeah, a couple of those. A couple of these poppet things. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what they got to do with shipping, but hey.
They keep you from working. That's what.
Right. Well, I'm going to give them to Kobe. And last but not least, a pack of 2-inch go-to tape.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
That's a pretty good pack, man.
Yeah, man. So shout out Joel over at American Bubble Boy. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And if you want to sponsor the podcast, we would love to have you on board.
Yeah.
Somebody go message him right now and tell him, because this is the last free shout out you get, Joel.
Yeah, you forgot to send one to the Old Pass, but
you forgot to send Caleb a care package.
To be fair, I don't have my address listed, so that's probably part of it.
Well, that and you're not an affiliate member.
That too.
Okay. So I've never used these. I know what they are and know what they do, but I've never used them.
I got a free set of them in some bubbles one time.
Well, explain to our viewers what they do. They're Instapacks.
You open them and you pop them, and the chemicals go together, and they expand. It's foam that form fits, like just take the mouse, right? You put one on each side, and it will form around that thing and cradle it all the way. It's pretty good stuff, but they're like pretty expensive.
Yeah, I don't remember what they are, but man, if you're shipping a lot of like high dollar delicate stuff, man.
Glass and ceramics and anything very, very, very fragile, that would be the way to do it. But you'd have to make a lot of money on it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd have to be expensive stuff.
Yeah, it'd have to be pretty high dollar.
So shout out to Joel, American Bubble Boy. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Link down below. And also don't forget about this Small Business Saturday.
Appreciate it, Joel.
There's the QR code too.
Yep.
All right.
If he wants to send another one to you, care of the Old Pass, that'll be fine.
No, that don't work. I'm not really into getting your mail.
It's happened before. It can happen again.
I'm not. It has happened before. It probably will happen again.
I guess I just need to go ahead and put my address out there. I don't know. But I have seen some people do that. I mean, you can find it if you really want to. So, website.
No, not if you do it. I've got a P.O. box for that reason.
Yeah, but I can find your address in a heartbeat on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, you can. Don't get me wrong. You can, but I'm not. Yeah, I got a P.O. box. Yep. There's a story behind that, and I'll tell that one of these days, but not this episode. Yeah.
Sell of the week.
Sell of the week. Wait, sales? That sounds like a good idea. Okay, I did sell a lot of 13 Masters of the Universe comics, the little mini comics that used to come with the action figures. I have sold those before. I actually sold one of those mini comics one time, just one, for like $150 one time, because it was super rare that came with Skeletor's Snake Mountain. Snake Mountain playset. And that was the only way you got that comic. And I sold that comic for like $150.
Dang.
But this time I sold a lot of 13 mini comics for $39.99 plus shipping.
That's still not bad.
But I love selling that stuff. That's the stuff that makes reselling fun to me.
Yep.
Now let's hear your $700 sale.
It ain't no $700.
Well, it usually is. I come in there with a $30 cool sale, and you're talking about some sewing machine that you sold for $12,000.
I sold a sewing machine a couple of weeks ago, and it come back broke. So,
ouch.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even nothing you would have thought would broke. It was the thread holder that slides on the little thing. The edge broke off.
Paid shipping both ways, didn't you? There,
I paid shipping both ways
because you did free shipping.
But they sent it back and it got damaged even more. So I was able to do the 50% deduction.
Wow. You're going to get ate up in the comments.
Well, no, it came back. The damage.
Wait, how much was this sewing machine?
Like $140.
You sent them $70 back.
And eBay refunded them the rest. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But you read the guidelines. in eBay's policies, and it gives you breakdowns of what they think is acceptable amounts to deduct for acceptable reasons. And damage beyond sellability is up to 50% reason. So, and I don't think you can tell your customer, like, hey, go over to eBay and tell them, and they'll give you your money back the rest of the way. But all they got to do is ask, and usually they will. And most of the time, I have found this to be true. If you're top rated, really? Never? I've not done it much.
I don't even know if I have the option because I don't do free returns.
That's a good question. I
don't get many returns either. I mean, it's rare.
I don't get a lot, but if you watched the last video, I had 5 open at one time.
Woo,
which the one was a scam. The second one was a video game. The guy did send it back, and man, he sent it back nice. Like, he put it in a good poly mailer. He put fragile on it. It looked like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
So that one was legit. It had a scratch on it that I must have missed. Then the sewing machine that came back, they told me this was broke, whatever. And then it came back shredded. Like, it really is a carrier's issue, but it come back destroyed. But yeah, I haven't done it a whole lot. I did do it a couple times, and then one time I had a guy send me back a wrestler, a $50 action figure in the box, right? He said it wasn't what it was, something not right, even though it's brand new. He sent me back an empty box. On that one, I didn't have to refund anything because I took pictures of it sealed. Because you could pick the box up and you're like, there's nothing in this.
It weighs like 4 ounces. Yeah.
It didn't weigh nothing.
Yeah.
And I took pictures because I knew. And then I open it and it's just bubbles. And I'm like, that's nice. Why would you waste the time doing that? Because they're trying to get their money back. But I went back later and looked at where he bought it, and his username was no longer registered. They may have suspended him or terminated his account. I don't know.
Good.
You should if you're going to do stuff like that. But yeah. So my not $700 sale. This is Tanya's stuff here. It's an Ember temperature controlled mug, a 10-ounce mug, and it was brand new, and it sold for $89.99. So she found that. She's been smoking me here lately.
Good job, Tanya. Somebody asked if the Old School Picker channel, when it come back, was going to be Shannon Sells It. I was like, no, she don't like reselling, and she don't really she don't like being on video a whole lot. I mean, she don't care to, but she's not ever going to do that. No.
That's funny. I've been trying to get Tanya to, but it's not looking good. I'll just say it like that.
Yeah, she will eventually. She'll accidentally do it one day. We'll get her on the live.
Yeah.
We'll put it out there. You drop us $100 super chat, and we're dragging Tanya on camera.
That might work. I don't know.
Oh, they might pay us $100 to turn our cameras off. Reckon
they may. I would if they said to. $100 will do it.
All right, let me beat you down with the old dad joke again.
Go for it.
I think you should go first.
Again means like the second time it's ever happened.
Yes.
Okay. No, you go first. I feel sorry for you.
No, the loser goes first, and that's typically me.
Okay, then go first. You said the loser goes
first.
Loser
goes last. Let me say that again.
Okay. Let me find one here that I want to use. Okay. This is, I don't know. I probably shouldn't use this, but I'm going to anyway. I drove by the graveyard the other day, and it looked kind of crowded. People must be dying to get in. Sorry.
Okay. Do you want a box for your leftovers?
No, but I will wrestle for them.
Good grief. Are you on the same? I think you see what I'm Googling there. I think you're still in my Google page.
I've got a tracker on you.
Yeah, I think you got my computer tracked.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, good.
I love it. You want to try another one?
No, I'm mad. I'm so mad I'm quitting YouTube.
You done did that. It's okay.
I didn't quit YouTube. Let's try it again. I didn't quit YouTube. I'll be back in some form or fashion. Just don't know when or what it look like.
I do want to give a shout out though. Shout out to all my fingers. I can count on all of them.
How about your toes?
Yeah, I don't know if I can take it that far.
Yeah.
That's pretty big numbers there. Oh, that's good. I've got you on the last 5 or 6.
Well, I gotta quit pulling up the first thing that comes up on Google. Is what I gotta quit doing.
I've read through those lists pretty extensively, finding mine. So
I know we're gonna have to come up with a new segment. We are gonna come up with some new segments.
Yeah, and then you can just hang up a belt and hear "Dad Joke King" or whatever, and
Dad Joke Champion of the World.
Yep.
I don't know. Is that really a title you want though?
I don't care. We could make you like the Dad Joke TV champion because that's like the number 3 belt, you know?
Yeah.
We could get you that.
Yeah.
Even though you're the second guy on the show, we could get you the 3rd place belt.
Yeah. Well, next week I won't be the second guy on the show. Eric, OBX Picker will be here. Episode 30. It's a really good episode. Really, it is. Probably the most reselling we've ever talked about for sure.
Definitely. I'm sitting here like, I have no idea what these guys are talking about.
Yeah, it is 100% reset. Well, 98% reselling.
Yeah, probably.
And then the other 2% is me and Caleb being stupid, like normal.
That's all I know how to do.
The 98% of reselling is Eric. We're just listening mostly.
Yep.
I'm asking questions. Caleb's just looking at me, and Eric's spouting out reselling information.
I learned a lot.
I did. It's good. It's a good episode. So make sure you go watch it. Any final words on this episode? Because I got to get to the post office for the last time before I leave here.
Yeah, you better put a comma in there.
Yeah, I'm not quitting reselling for sure. I can't afford that. I got to make some money somewhere. Actually, I need to double down on my reselling. I am going to double down on my reselling when I get back. I'm going to do some whatnot auctions. Follow me down there. Go check out the links below. Remember the selling event for American Bubble Boy. If you need some bubble wrap, don't wait till the last minute to order reselling supplies for 4th quarter.
That's right.
American Bubble Boy, man. I tell you right now, number one, it gets there faster than any other bubble wrap. It's good quality bubble wrap. I've never ordered any and it'd be like,
nope.
The rolls are always the same size. Always the same size.
The only issue I ever had was the core fell out of one.
Yeah.
Which, not a huge thing. No. But it did it swoop right out.
I do like the cores though. If they ever get rid of the cores, I'm not going to like it.
Yeah, me neither.
Because you're like me, you hang it. I hang mine.
I hang it too.
So
okay, final words is go in 12 minutes and 4 seconds over to the Old Pass and check out this week's video.
Caleb. I don't have any videos coming up.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I found myself getting bored yesterday.
Make a video.
I did. I was like, I'm bored. Shannon's like, God, you're going to be making videos again soon. Like, I know. I ain't got nothing to edit, nothing to film. I'm not going to, 2 days before vacation, I'm not going to come out here and start listing. So I was bored. I might actually go fishing some.
Well, yeah, it's cold.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about when I get back. No, I'm expecting it to warm up.
We need to go fishing one time.
We do. You look like you would look good with a hook in your ear.
Maybe I don't need to go fishing with you.
I'll tell you what, when I was like 12 years old, I went fishing. I used to go fishing with my dad all the time, but he went fishing. He took a vacation day and went fishing with a guy he worked with. And they both took vacation days, and Dad let me lay out of school to go with them. So, Dad's in the front of the boat, his dad's boat. Guy, that he works with is in the back of the boat. And, Dad's, I'm like 10 years old, which at 10 years old, I was a pretty darn good fisherman because I went all the time, right? And I did. I outfished both of them that day. I caught like two 13-inch crappie that day.
Oh, gosh.
But one time during it, I I threw it out and jerked my dad's hat off his head and threw it in the water.
Oh my goodness!
With the hook. I did. True story. He looked at me. Number one, he was embarrassed because he was with his coworker. But number two, I thought he was going to kill me. Kill me. You know what I did? I just reeled his hat back in. It's soaking wet. Soaking wet. Oh, shout out to the Braves, though. It was a vintage Braves hat, or would it be vintage now? Probably a $50 hat, but now, but whatever, yeah. Took his hat straight off his head, buddy.
At least you didn't catch his head.
No, that's what he said. He's like, well, at least you didn't get my ear.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, well, give me a minute.
Yeah, wait. Got another cast coming up.
Yeah. That was the only time I ever done that too. And it happened to be the time he went with the guy he worked with.
Oh, wow.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah, we'll be here next week too with Eric, episode 30, OBX Picker from the Reseller Information Network. So I appreciate you listening. Go check out Caleb's video coming up in 10 minutes. Man, we appreciate it. And I'll be back. Old School Picker will be back. And of course, we'll be here every week on the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Episode 29. Two Old Guys out.